friends, and welcome back with me. We are still, of course, working on subtraction. I hope it's getting easier for you. Today, I'm going to add in a little bit of a challenge. So we're still learning. Our A is what are we learning? I'm learning how to subtract with a mathematical equation. We are learning it so that we can see what is left when we give something away, or if we have enough of something to share. That's why we subtract. And how will you know that you have learned it? Again, you are going to be able to build a mathematical equation, model, and explain it using subtraction. So I'm going to be showing you two different ways today. Again, the number line that you've been practicing this week and using your tip counters that we practiced last week. So are you ready? Your job is I can subtract on a number line, or I can subtract building a model. Okay, so here we go. This is what your page looks like now. You have choices. You can use your counters or you can use the number line. This first one, I'm going to use the number line. And then my next equation, I'm going to use counters so that you can see both, okay? So here we have our equation. 16 minus 9 equals blank. So I'm going to be starting here at 16. And my math equation is telling me to subtract. And I know that subtract means that my number is going to have to go down. So I'm going to go ahead and use my down arrow to show that I've identified I'm getting smaller. And I'm subtracting that by 9. Okay, so again, we always start at my first number, my beginning number here, which is 16. So I'm going to identify my starting spot of 16 on my number line. And I'm going to do 9 backwards hops so that my number gets smaller. So ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so I'm going to check my answer of 16 minus 9. Okay, so I started here at 16. Yep, that's correct. I'm going to check these. Do I have 9 backwards hop? Counting with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, I have 9 backwards hops. That leaves my number right here stopping at the 7. So 16 minus 9 is the same as 7. All right, boys and girls, so that was your number line. The next two I'm going to show you are using your counters so that in case you forgot, you know how to use your counters. Alrighty, so here's your choices. Again, you can use your number line if that's your choice. We're going to use counters in case you forgot. So my next equation is 7 minus 5 equals blank. 7 minus 5. Ooh, I know I am subtracting. So I need to see that downward arrow. My number has to go down and get smaller. My answer cannot be 7 or bigger because that won't make sense if I'm taking away. So I'm going to use my yellows and my reds, and I'm going to use 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can use all one color. You can mix up the colors. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to subtract, so take away 5 of these. So right here are my yellow X or my white X's. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I had 7. I've subtracted and taken away 5 of them, which leaves 2 remaining. So 7 minus 5 is the same as 2, my friends. Alrighty, one more together. I'm going to show this one to you. Ooh, this one's a little challenging. Okay, so it has 3 add-ins here. So I have an 8 minus 1 minus 6. So I see all these minus symbols. I need to make sure that, of course, my numbers are going down. My number still has to get smaller because I'm subtracting. I'm just going to subtract more than one time. And I still have to start with 8. I cannot switch the orders even though there's more than one number. It's not an option for me. I must start with 8. So I'm going to pull out my counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, dropped it, sorry friends, 7, and 8. Okay, so I have 8. Then I'm going to subtract 1. So here is my x, and I'm going to move it 1. Okay, then I'm going to subtract 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 8 minus 1 minus 6 is the same as 1. Now I'm going to show you how to do that here on the number line too, because that's 3 numbers. It's really going to be the same exact process as you did before. You're going to pick your starting spot. My starting spot would be 8. I'm going to subtract, which means I'm going to use my backwards hops. And I'm going to backwards hop 1. Now I'm done with this first piece. Then I'm going to subtract 6 more. So I'm going to backwards hop 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And if you look, both answers left me with a 1. Here on my number line, I stopped at the 1. And up here, when I used my counters, I only had 1 left. So 8 minus 1 minus 6 is the same as 1. All right, friends, have a great time. Good luck.